Space was quiet. Too quiet. At the far edge of the Zarnax Alliance's territory, something strange had arrived. Something big. Something no one had ever seen before. The object was a human ship, but not an ordinary one. It was the biggest ship ever built by Earth. Bigger than any warship in the galaxy. Bigger than the combined fleets of 3 alien empires. Its name was simple: Stardestroyer 1. But the strange thing was not its size. The strange thing was, it did nothing. No message. No greetings. No warning. No weapons charged. The giant ship just floated there, dark and silent, like a dead thing watching the stars. For 2 days, the Zarnax Alliance Council watched the ship from a safe distance. Their fleets stayed ready, fighters armed, cannons locked. On target, every admiral waited for orders, but the humans said nothing. "Why are they here?" asked Supreme Commander Talvor. His long gray hands shook on the control table. "Is this a threat? A declaration of war?" "Duh," said the science officer, a thin yellow alien named Krenal. His voice was full of fear. "It's not a weapon. It's something else. Something worse." "Explain." "Scan the ship. It has no charged weapons. No fighters. No crew signals. It's empty. Impossible." Dalwar roared. "A human ship is never empty. Where is the crew?" Krenal shook his head. "Gone. No life signs. No communication. Just this." He played the only signal found from the ship. A simple message. A human voice. Mail.com, cold. "Do not approach. Stay away. This ship is not your enemy, but something follows us. Something worse." The message repeated. Over and over, Talvor stared at the screen. The huge black ship floated alone in space, like a dead world drifting through the stars. "What follows them?" Talvor whispered. "What have the humans run from?" No one answered. The next day, the council sent small spy drones close to the Stardestroyer. The drones sent pictures of the ship's surface full of burns, cuts, and strange black scars. Some parts were melted, some looked eaten, but not by weapons, by something else, something alive. Then the drones picked up a strange signal inside. The Stardestroyer's data core, hidden deep. Coded in human military language, Krenal cracked the code after hours of work. The secret message shocked the entire council. Earth Command final log. Mars has fallen. The black cloud cannot be stopped. We are running. The Stardestroyer is a warning. Stay away. This enemy is ancient. This enemy cannot die. It will consume all. Mars. Fallen. Destroyed. Impossible. But the humans would never abandon Mars unless the danger was real, unless something terrible had happened. The council grew afraid. Some members wanted to attack the Stardestroyer now, to destroy it before this black cloud came for them. But Talvor stopped them. "No, the humans are warning us, not threatening us. If we destroy this ship, maybe we will bring this danger to ourselves faster." "Then what do we do, Commander?" asked KREE-NAL. Talvor stared at the black ship on the screen, his mind filled with fear. "We wait and we watch. Maybe the humans ran from a ghost. Maybe this black cloud is nothing." But even as he said the words, he did not believe them, because in the far distance beyond the Stardestroyer, the Alliance scanners picked up something else, a small, dark shadow. Moving fast, very fast, too fast, and the shadow was coming straight towards them. The council chamber was silent. No one spoke. Supreme Commander Talvor stared at the screen. The small, dark shadow was closer now. Their scanners could see its shape, but it was strange. It didn't reflect light like normal ships. It was like a moving hole in space. It's like something that should not exist. The message from the Stardestroyer repeated in his mind. "Stay away. Something follows us." They could not stay away. They had to know the truth. "Send a scout fleet," Talvor said at last. His voice was cold, Find out what this shadow is, and find out why the humans built this monster. 10 warships left the nearest station and moved carefully towards the human Stardestroyer. Their captains were nervous. They whispered to their crews. This was against the treaty with Earth, but they had no choice. The Council needed answers. As the scout fleet came close to the human ship, strange things began to happen. First, their long-range scanners stopped working. All signals were blocked. Next, their engines slowed down. There's no reason, no damage. It just slowed, as if space itself was becoming thick. It's like moving through water. Then came the worst part. The Stardestroyer spoke. Not a human voice, not a computer. Signal, a deep, soft sound filled every ship's speakers. Do not come closer. You break the warning. You wake the danger. The captains panicked. They tried to turn their ships back, but it was too late. The giant black door on the front of the human Stardestroyer slowly opened, and what they saw inside made their blood freeze. There was no crew, no lights, no humans, only empty metal halls, and strange black marks on every wall like burned handprints, and deep scratches. As if something big and wild had clawed the steel. Then the message played again, this time longer, clearer. Mars is gone. The black cloud hunts us. It cannot be killed. We ran, you should too. The captains sent this message back to the Council. But they saw something else before the transmission ended. In the main control room of the Stardestroyer was a human body, or what was left of it. It was sitting in the captain's chair, still holding the controls, but its skin was black, dry, dead, as if burned from the inside. The captains screamed. They pulled their ships away fast. But the shadow was closer now, much closer. The scanners finally got a clear image. It was not a ship. It was not alive. It was something in between. A moving black cloud, spreading like smoke, but moving like it had a mind. It made no sound. It gave no energy. But wherever it went, light itself seemed to die. The Council was terrified. They ordered all ships back. Too late. One of the scout ships was too slow. The black cloud touched its hull in seconds. The ship's metal walls turned black, soft at first, then liquid. The ship melted like ice in the sun. The screams of the crew were heard for only 5 seconds before the ship was gone. Nothing remained. Not even dust. Tal-VOR stood frozen in fear. "What is this thing?" he whispered. No one answered. The cloud stopped. It floated near the human Stardestroyer, like a dog waiting for its master. But why? Then a new signal came. Not from the cloud. From the Stardestroyer. A final secret file was sent to the Council's computers. They opened it with shaking hands. "This is Earth Command. Final report. Stardate 4533.7. The Mars incident." The file showed video footage, the last moments of Mars. The planet was red and beautiful. Then the black cloud arrived. Cities turned. Black mountains melted. Oceans boiled. The cloud ate everything. No weapons stopped it. Nuclear bombs, lasers, plasmol, useless.
Mars died in 10 minutes.
"We ran," the human voice said. "We built the Stardestroyer to draw it away from Earth. It follows the ship. It thinks it is chasing us. Do not interfere, or it will come for you. This is not a weapon. It is a warning. Stay away. Stay alive. Earth Command out." The video ended. The Council chamber was silent again. Crenal spoke at last. "We broke the treaty. We approached the ship. We woke it." Talvor felt cold fear in his bones. "Then the warning is real," he said softly. "And now, the cloud knows. We are here." Outside the station, the black cloud moved slowly towards them. The black cloud was waiting. The Council's scanners showed the dark shape, floating like a silent shadow near the human Stardestroyer. No energy, no light, just cold darkness. But Supreme Commander Talvor knew it was not sleeping. It was watching. And maybe thinking. Commander Crenal said, breaking the silence. "We have new data." What? From inside the Star Destroyer. Talvior turned his tired eyes to the scientist. "What did you find?" "Records. Old human video logs. From Mars before it was destroyed." Talvior stood slowly. "Show me." The screen lit up. It showed a city on Mars. Huge buildings. Bright lights. Flying ships. Human children laughing in the streets. A normal day. Then the sky turned black like smoke. Like poison. But worse, the cloud arrived fast, covering the sky in seconds. The humans looked up. They screamed, ran, tried to hide. It was useless. The cloud dropped onto the city like rain, where it touched. Metal turned soft. Plastic melted. Humans turned black and fell without a sound. No fire. No explosions. Just quiet death. One by one, the buildings collapsed into black dust. The cloud ate the city in 5 minutes. Another video played. A Martian military base, human soldiers fired. Everything they had. Bullets, lasers, missiles, nothing worked. The cloud moved through walls like air. It touched the weapons and they melted. It touched the tanks and they fell apart. It touched the soldiers, the screen went black. The next video showed space. Human battleship in orbit. Huge. Powerful. It tried to run. The cloud followed. The ship fired. Plasma cannons. Torpedoes. Every weapon in its arsenal. Cloud swallowed the shots and kept coming. The last image showed the ship turning, black and crumbling into nothing. Then the screen turned off. No sound in the council chamber. No one spoke. Even Kreenel's voice was weak. This thing. It ate Mars. It ate ships. It ate everything. Talvor sat down slowly. His hands trembled. "Earth ran," he whispered. "They built the Star Destroyer to make the cloud follow them, to keep it away from Earth, to save their home." Truth was clear now. Earth had not sent the Star Destroyer as a weapon. It was bait, a trick, a moving cage. But the cage was broken. Now, because the Zarnax Alliance had come close, they had touched the trap, and the cloud had seen them. Tolvor turned to Kreenel. "What does the cloud want?" The scientist looked pale. "I think it wants life, energy. It eats everything. Planets, ships, people. It is not a machine. It is not an animal. It is something old. It's very old. Maybe as old as the galaxy. Then why did it stop by the Star Destroyer? It's because it was hunting the humans. The ship smells like Earth, like life. It was following that scent across space. But now, it smells us." Telvor felt fear deep in his chest. "How long until it reaches us?" Kreenel's answer was soft. "Maybe hours, maybe minutes. It moves fast when hungry." Suddenly, the warning sirens screamed. "Commander!" A soldier shouted, "The cloud! It's moving towards us." The screen showed the black shadow leaving the human ship, coming straight for the Council's space station. "Shields up." Talvor ordered. All ships fire. Dozens of warships opened fire. Laser beams, plasma shots, missiles all fired. Into the cloud. The cloud ignored them. The weapons passed through the darkness. Like light through smoke, it did not burn. It did not break. It came closer. One small ship tried to escape. The cloud touched its engines. The ship stopped, turned black, melted, gone. No explosion. No pieces. Just silence. "Evacuate the station," Talvor shouted. "Run." But deep in his mind, he knew the truth. There was no escape, no running, because this thing was not fast. It was everywhere. Kreenel cried. New message from the Star Destroyer. Auto sent from its computer. "Play it," Talvor yelled. The screen lit up. A human face appeared. Old, tired, scared. It was Admiral John Cutter of Earth Command. "If you are seeing this, you touched the trap. You woke the beast. I am sorry. We ran. We made it follow us to save Earth, but now you are its prey. Listen carefully. There is only one chance to survive. Talvor held his breath. The human's voice was quiet. You must give it something bigger, something stronger, better sent to follow, or it will never stop. The message ended. Talvor understood. We must make bait, he said slowly. Something that the cloud will chase, or we all die. Crenell's face turned pale. But what? What can be bigger than a space station? Talvor looked at the Stardestroyer, and an idea was born. We use the human ship, he whispered. We wake it, make it move, we lead the cloud away. Or everything in this sector will be lost. So the decision was made. But would they survive long enough to carry it out? The black cloud came closer, watching, waiting, hungry. Supreme Commander Talvor stood silently in the control room. The black cloud was moving closer, slowly, calmly, like a hunter sure of its prey. All escape routes were useless. All weapons had failed. They had only one chance left. Talvor stared at the human Stardestroyer floating nearby. We will use the ship, he said. His voice was cold, strong. We will wake the Stardestroyer, make it move, lead the cloud away from our worlds. Council leaders gasped. Impossible, Crenell said. The ship is dead. No crew, no power, no control systems working. You saw the logs. Everything inside is broken or burned. But Talvor shook his head. Humans built that ship to survive. Maybe they left something behind, a machine, an autopilot. Last. Hope, one young officer stood up. There is a way, Commander. I can board the ship. Try to restart the core. Maybe get it moving. Everyone stared. The officer's name was Renor. He was young, brave, and foolish. You will die, Krina said. If the cloud comes close, I will not let my people burn while I sit safe here, Renor said. His yellow eyes shone with courage. We have one chance. I will take it. Talvor nodded slowly. Go. Save us all. Renor flew his small shuttle across space, straight towards the silent Stardestroyer. The black cloud floated near, but it did not move. Not yet. It was watching the station, waiting. The shuttle docked. The airlock hissed open. Renor stepped inside. It was dark, cold, silent. The walls were covered in black marks. Burned patches, claw scratches. The smell of death was everywhere. No lights worked, no sounds. Only the slow echo of his own breathing in the suit. He moved fast. Down metal halls, past ruined doors, past melted control panels. Finally, he reached the main power core. It was dead. But the humans had left an emergency system, the last backup reactor. He touched the controls. Nothing. He hit the switch again. Soft hum. The lights flickered. Power returned. Slowly. The giant ship woke up. Renor smiled. On the station, alarms beeped. Commander Crenell shouted, The Stardestroyer's engines are online. Someone did it. Talvor stared at the screen. The black cloud moved. Its shadow turned away from the station towards the human ship. Renor did it, Talvor whispered. He gave the cloud a new scent to follow, but Crenell's face turned pale. Commander, the cloud is not chasing the ship. Talvor frowned. What? The cloud ... is waiting. It's not moving yet, like it's thinking, like it knows this is a trap. The room went cold. Suddenly, the Stardestroyer's radio crackled. Renor's voice came through. Weak and tired, Commander. Listen, there is something more. Speak, Renor. What is it? I found human logs, secret ones. This ship. It's never meant to stop the cloud forever. It was only to delay it. It's to give Earth time to prepare. It's escape. Talvor felt fear rise. So the humans never planned to kill this thing. No, they knew it cannot die. They only ran, and made the rest of the galaxy its future meal. The truth was clear now. The Stardestroyer was not Earth's weapon. Was Earth sacrifice Earth, threw this giant ship into space to buy time? But time for what? Talvor spoke quickly. Renor, can you move the ship now? Make the cloud follow you? Yes. But there's more, the logs say. This cloud split into pieces. What chased Mars was only part of it, the rest is hiding, growing. In other places, other stars. Talvor's heart stopped. There are more clouds? Yes, Earth knew. They learned it from old alien ruins. This thing is ancient, older than life, older than time. Comes every 1,000 years, to feed, to clear the galaxy. And now it is awake again. Silence. Everyone in the council chamber felt fear, deep fear. This was not an enemy they could fight. Not a battle they could win. Not now. Maybe not ever. Renor's voice returned. Commander, the ship is ready. I can make the cloud follow, but I cannot come back. I must guide it far away, deep into empty space. Talvor's chest felt heavy. You will die, I know. Renor's voice was calm. Brave, tell my family. Tell my people I did this to save them. Talvor stood straight. Proud, your name will live forever. You are a hero. Renor laughed softly. Goodbye, Commander. The radio went silent. On the screen, the Stardestroyer's engines flared. To life. The giant ship turned, slowly, its black hole shining like death. The cloud. Vast. Hungry. It followed. The Stardestroyer flew away into deep space. The cloud chased it like a beast after fresh prey. The danger passed. For now, Talvor sat down. His body shook with fear. In relief, Crenal spoke softly. We live another day, but at what cost? Talvor stared at the empty screen. We know the truth now. This was Earth's gamble, their warning. The first cloud is gone. But more are sleeping. Somewhere out there. I looked at the dark stars, and one day they will wake too. The room was quiet, but the shadow of fear would never leave again. For many days, the Zarnax Alliance watched space in fear. The human Stardestroyer was gone. The brave Renor had flown it deep into the dark void. The black cloud had followed. The station was safe, or so they thought. But strange things started to happen. Small things. Worrying things. First, a cargo ship from the outer colonies disappeared. No signal, no distress call, just silence. Then a mining base on the moon of Velar 3 went dark. When a rescue ship arrived, they found the buildings empty. No bodies, no machines. Everything gone. Like the place had never existed, Talvor stood in the council chamber, staring at the reports. This is impossible, Crenal said. His voice shook. The black cloud is far away. Renor led it far from us, unless... a whispered. Unless what followed the Stardestroyer was only part of the danger. Crenal turned pale. You mean, there is more than one? Talvor nodded. The human logs warned us. The cloud split long ago. Pieces spread across the stars, sleeping, waiting. One piece chased Earth, but the others, they're waking now. The chamber fell silent. Suddenly, an alarm sounded. A message came from the planet Draction 7. A farming world. Help us. Something is here. A shadow in the sky. Our ships won't start. People are vanishing. The message stopped. Cut off. Dead. Silence, Talvor gripped the control table. Send warships to Draction 7, he shouted. But it was too late by the time the fleet arrived. The planet was empty. No people, no animals, no machines. Only black sand blowing in the wind. The same black sand found on Mars.kre. Enal's face was full of fear. It's here, he whispered. Another cloud, maybe smaller, maybe weaker. But it is hunting us. Tobal quotes. Talvor felt cold. How many are there? He asked softly. Crenal did not answer. Because no one knew at the edge of Alliance space. Hidden probes sent strange signals. Ships, drifting, empty and dark. Stations without power, planets, growing cold and lifeless. Talvor watched these reports. The enemy was in the shadows, invisible, silent, spreading, double quotes, We need help. What? Cornell said. Earth knew about this. Maybe they know what to do now. Talvior agreed. Send a message to Earth Command, he said. Tell them we understand their warning. Tell them we believe them now. For 3 days, there was no answer. Then a message came. It was short, simple, deadly. Deadly double quotes. We told you. They are waking. You must fight now, or burn. Talvor stared at the words. Fight, he whispered. How? With what weapons? Lasers, missiles. They do nothing. But another message followed. A secret file. Human science reports. The truth. Inside shocked the council. The humans had been studying the black clouds for years. They had learned something terrible. These clouds were not simple creatures. They were not life forms. They were machines. Ancient machines. Built by something. It's long ago. Something not human. Not alive. The clouds were galaxy cleaners. A force sent to destroy life. Every 1,000 years to wipe the stars clean, to make space ready for the builders to return. But who had built them? No one knew. The builders were gone, or hiding, maybe. Dead, but their weapons remained, still doing their old job, still killing. Talvor read the last line of the report. They are waking again. And this time they will not stop. Alarms rang again, Commander. Shh. A soldier shouted. New reports. The colony on YXAR-4... Gone. The fleet near Zeta Prime... Destroyed. We are losing systems fast. We're stood. His voice was cold, strong. Call Earth. Tell them we accept their offer. We will fight together. Krana looked up. Double quotes, Commander. You trust the humans now? Talvor nodded. We must. They ran to save themselves, but they warned us. We broke the treaty. We woke the clouds. Now we pay the price. His eyes burned with anger, but we will not die like Mars. We will fight. We turn to the war officers, prepare the fleets. Bring every ship, every weapon. This is no longer a secret war. The whole galaxy must stand or fall. The enemy in the shadows was awake, and the real war was about to begin, far away. In the dark space beyond the stars, something else moved. Signal pulsed. A cold mind opened. The builders. The ones who made the clouds. They had noticed the life. Growing again in the galaxy, they smiled soon. They would return. And this time, nothing would be left. The great war hall of the Zarnax Alliance was filled with fear. World after world had gone. Silent, ships lost, colonies erased. The enemy in the shadows was no longer hiding, and now Earth finally spoke. A human battleship appeared outside the station. Small compared to the Stardestroyer, but fast-armed and alive. A message came from its captain, Admiral Sarah Grant. Her face filled the screen. Calm, cold eyes like steel. Greetings, Zarnax Council, she said. You broke the warning. You touched the trap, and now the clouds are awake. Talvor stepped forward. His voice was hard. We know. And we know you ran. You fed the beast to save Earth. Grant did not deny it. Yes, Earth chose to run, to survive. You would have done the same. We did what was needed to save our home, Krenal hissed. You used the galaxy as bait. You threw this monster into our space. Grant's face stayed. Cold, no, we warned you. You did not listen. You broke the treaty. You sent ships. You woke the sleeping ones. Now they are loose. And they will not stop. Talvir felt anger rising. Why are you here, human? To finish what you started? Grant shook her head. No, I am here to give you a chance. The last chance you will ever have. Silence filled the chamber. A chance. Talvor asked softly, what chance? Grant leaned forward to fight back. The room fell quiet. You have no weapons that can harm the clouds, she said. Lasers, missiles, useless. You saw that on Mars. You saw that on your colonies. Talvor's face was stone. Then what can stop them? Grant smiled, but there was no joy in it. Gravity. The council stared. Gravity, Cornell asked. What does that mean? Grant tapped a button. A new file appeared on the screen. A plan. Machine. A weapon. A gravity prison, she said. We built the prototype into the Stardestroyer. It was meant to trap one cloud, lock it in folded space forever. But we did not finish it. Not fully. We ran out of time. Talvor read the file. Massive gravity generators, folding space into a prison, a trap for the clouds, but unfinished. Why are you giving us this? Talvor asked. Why share this now? Grant's face turned dark. Because Earth can't do it alone anymore. Too many clouds have woken. They are spreading fast. Earth will fall if the galaxy falls. Oh. For the first time, Talvor saw fear in the human's eyes. This is not just your war now, Grant said. It is everyone's. We all die. We all fight. Cornell read the plans faster. This design, energy costs. It is impossible. Need the power of a sun to make this trap work. Grant smiled coldly. That's the dark part of Earth's plan. She pressed another button. A star map appeared, with one star marked, a blue sun, Earth's last weapon. She said softly, We have prepared this sun for collapse. We've seeded its core with gravitic charges. When we trigger it, the sun will die, collapse into a gravity well. A black hole strong enough to trap all nearby clouds forever. Talvor stared. You would kill a sun? Destroy an entire system? Grant nodded. Yes, and anything caught near it will be crushed forever. Silence. Cornell whispered. You would destroy your own colonies, your own people, to kill the clouds. Better a few die, Grant said, than the whole galaxy burns. Talvor felt cold. So this was your plan all along? To build the trap, ... and set the bait near this sun. Grant did not smile. Yes, the Star Destroyer was Phase 1, the gravity trap. Phase 2, the death of a star. The final phase. Talvor's voice was bitter. And now you want us to help finish your trap? Grant leaned close to the camera. Double quotes. No, I want you to survive, but only if you help. We need your fleets to drive the clouds towards the trap. We need your energy. Ships to power the generators. Without you, ... the trap fails. Kreenal looked sick. And if we refuse? Grant's eyes turned cold. Then you die. Slowly, planet by planet, like Mars. The chamber fell silent. No one moved. No one spoke. Finally, Talvor straightened. We have no choice, he said softly. We fight or we die. He stared at the human admiral. We accept. We finish this ... together. Begin building the generators. Move your fleets. We have little time. Talvor turned to Kreenal. Send the orders. Call every world. Every ship. This is the last war. But even as the council prepared for battle, fear remained, because if this trap failed ... there would be no second chance far beyond the stars. The builders watched, and they smiled. Their machines were waking. Their great harvest was beginning, and soon they would return. All of Alliance space prepared for war. For the first time in history, every alien fleet, every human ship, every world stood together. Enemies became allies. Old hatreds were forgotten, because they all knew the truth. If they failed now, there would be nothing left to fight for. The black clouds were awake, and they were coming supreme. Commander Talvor stood on the main deck of the new battle station. Behind him, Cornell worked fast, checking power levels, reading signals, watching the scanners. Before them hung the gravity trap, the last hope of the galaxy. Huge generators, the size of moons, floating near the blue sun. If charged and triggered, they would fold space into a prison, a trap strong enough to hold the clouds forever. Maybe, maybe not. No one knew if it would work, Admiral. Sarah Grant's face appeared on the screen. Everything is ready, she said. The bait ship is in position. The clouds are following. All fleets are in place. The sun is unstable. but still holding. Talvor stared at the map. 6 clouds, 6 great shadows in space, moving, fast, coming straight for the trap. Activate the gravity fields, Talvor ordered. Prepare the sun for collapse. Crenel pressed the controls. Generators powered up. The blue sun began to pulse. Writer ... An unstable ... Talvor whispered. So this is the last defense. ... The last stand of life itself. Out. In space, the black clouds moved like great beasts. They smelled life, energy, a trap. But they were old, clever. They stopped, waiting, thinking. One cloud broke off. It turned, headed towards the outer colonies. Talvor's heart froze. It's splitting, Crenel cried. One is escaping, going around the trap. Earth's fleet moved fast. Admiral Grant's voice was sharp. All ships intercept. Drive it back. If one escapes, the galaxy dies. Human and alien warships fired. Lasers, plasma, missiles. The black cloud ignored the shots. But it felt the energy, and it endured. It turned back towards the sun, towards the trap. The other clouds followed. Talvor smiled. They take the bait. Suddenly, disaster. The sun flared. Bright blue light filled the sky. Warning, Crenel shouted. The sun is collapsing early.
Ow!
If we trigger now,
Talvor knew the risk. If the trap failed, the clouds ought escape, and no world would survive. He opened the channel, Admiral Grant. We must delay the collapse. We need time. Time to hold the clouds in position. Grant's face was cold. I know how to buy time. She turned away to her fleet. To all human ships, hold position. Block the clouds. They delay them. This is our duty. This is why we lived. While Mars burned, the human fleet moved. Straight into the path of the clouds. Talvor felt cold. They will die. Grant's voice was soft. Yes, but they will die for the galaxy. For Earth. For every world. Like Mars did. The human ships fired all weapons. The clouds moved in hungry. The first ships vanished in seconds. Melted. Crushed. Gone. But they bought time. Precious minutes. Crenel shouted. The generators are ready. The field is strong. We can trigger now. Talvor stared at the screen. The sun was shaking, breaking. The clouds were caught in the field. The trap was working, but the price was high. The human fleet was gone. Grant's ship was the last. She opened the channel, triggered the trap. Now, before the clouds escape, Talvor felt sadness. Goodbye, human. Your people fought well. Grant smiled, tired but proud. See you in the next life, alien. Her ship turned, flew straight into the sun, and was lost in light. Trigger. The trap. Talvor shouted, "Care, Enal." Pressed the final control. The sun collapsed into a black hole. The gravity field flared. Space folded, twisted. The clouds screamed, not with sound, but with energy. Waves of force rolled across space. The station shook. Alarms blared. "We're holding," Crenel cried. "The field is stable." "They're trapped. All of them." On the screen, the black clouds spun, pulled, crushed, dragged. Into the hole gone, forever, silence fell. Space was empty safe. The trap had worked, but the cost was terrible. Thousands of ships, lost millions of lives. The blue sun, gone. A dead black hole now turned in its place. Talvor stood straight. We did it, he whispered. Carinel sat down, tired. At what price? He asked softly. Talvor did not answer. Because far away, beyond the stars, something else stirred. The builders, the ancient ones. They had seen the trap. They had felt the loss of their machines. And now, they were waking, they were coming. And this time, ... No trap would stop them. The war was over for now. The black clouds were gone. Pulled into the great gravity trap. Sealed forever inside the dead black hole where the blue sun once burned. The galaxy was safe, but no one celebrated too many. Lives lost, too many ships gone. The human fleets were destroyed. Renor, the brave officer of the Zarnax, was gone. Admiral Sarah Grant, the proud leader of Earth's last defense, gone. Talvor stood in the quiet command chamber, looking at the empty stars. We won, Carinel said softly beside him. The clouds are finished. The danger is over. Talvio did not smile. Is it? He asked. Or is this only the beginning? Carinel frowned. What do you mean? Talvor touched the control panel. A secret file appeared. The last file from Earth. A message sent only to him. He had kept it hidden from the council, because it was too terrible to true. It was a human video. Black and white, old, damaged, but the voice was clear. An old human scientist. Project Final Dawn, Report 77. He spoke slowly, his face full of fear. We have learned the truth. The clouds were made by something else. A builder race. Then life. They sent the clouds to clear the galaxy of life every 1,000 centuries. To make room for their return, man sighed. We thought the builders were dead, gone forever, but now we know. They're alive, and they have seen our trap, felt our attack, and they are waking. Talvor stared at the screen. The last words burned into his mind. This was only the first warning. The real enemy is coming. The builders are coming home. Carinel read the message. His face turned pale. They are real? The ones who made the clouds? Talvor nodded slowly. Yes, and they are not pleased. We killed their machines. We broke their plan. Carinel's hands shook. When will they arrive? Talvor stared at the dark sky. Soon. Maybe in years, maybe less. But they will come. To punish. To erase all life that defied them. Silence filled the chamber. Carinel whispered, Then this war was nothing. A small battle before the great storm. Yes, Talvor said softly. We fought the tools. Now we must face the makers. Across the galaxy, strange signals were heard. Deep in forgotten parts of space, old machines waking, old doors opening, ships that had slept for 10,000 years turning their eyes to the stars. A fleet. A great fleet, older than time itself. The builders were coming. No one knew what they looked like. No one knew their power. But the old story said this. They burn worlds like dry leaves. They crush suns for light. They do not speak. They do not stop. They clean the galaxy and start again. Talvor watched the signals. Small at first, but growing. He opened a channel 2. Earth to the new human leader, a young woman named Admiral Lee. Her face appeared, tired and cold. We see the signals too, she said. They are coming, faster than we thought. Talvor asked the question all minds feared. Can we stop them? Lee was silent. Then she spoke. No, not yet. But we will prepare together. Talvor nodded. Yes, together. Earth and the Zarnax. The whole galaxy. One people. One force. Or none of us will survive. For the first time in history, the two leaders spoke as allies. No lies, no secrets, only truth. The council met that night. Every world sent leaders. Every fleet sent admirals. Every race listened. Talvor spoke. We are no longer many nations. We are one. A people of this galaxy, humans, Zarnax, Valorians, Mirans, all because the real war has not yet begun. The builders are coming, and they will not stop, he pointed. To the stars, we must build faster, stronger, smarter, new ships, new weapons, new defenses, or all our worlds will burn. Silence. Then the council stood, and for the first time ever, they agreed. We fight as one. Secret space yards. Great ships were planned, larger than the Stardestroyer, armed with new weapons, powered by stolen black hole energy, built by human and alien hands together. On dead worlds, old machines woke. The forgotten weapons of lost races. The galaxy was rising, preparing, waiting for storm to come. But in the darkness between, the stars. The builders smiled. Their ships were almost ready, their great engines. Burned again, their machines sharpened, for the greatest cleansing in 10,000 years. In this time, they would leave no life behind, no escape, no warnings, only silence, forever.